All right, guys, good morning. We got a lot of movers today, really a bunch of movers right now in the market. It's looking pretty good overall. All right. So, yeah, guys, we got a lot of movers today. We got a lot of different stocks that are running. Just to show you this list here, we have SOLI, which was the crazy runner from yesterday. And it's actually tradable on TEFs. SOLI is actually tradable today. And so it gapped up yesterday. A really nice welcoming thing to the TradeNet competition because it gapped up yesterday and it ran from $6 all the way to 22 at its highs in pre-market and after hours. And so it's sitting at 2045, a crazy run here. Huge move, and it's actually tradable. Yeah, that's really what I'm kind of looking at it for. I feel like even at least initially it might fall down some. But yeah, it's definitely interesting. And I'll for sure be watching it today. We also have RWLK here, gapping up from 290s to 385s. We have AMD. I posted my watch list a little bit earlier. But we have AMD. We have CARA. Looks good for another kind of bigger cap runner that I can actually trade. We also have AMRN gapping up. Marvel gapping up. We have YY gapping up. Roku gapping up. So we actually got a lot of runners today. BYND. DKS. And so we got some options today, guys. We definitely have some options. Two main watches probably SOLY and CARA. These look really good. Huge gaps. And should be fun. What's everybody else's main watch? Let me know. What's up, Todd? What's up, brother? Sorry I never got back to you the other day, man. You know me. I never respond to anybody. Trust me, you can ask Mitch. I do the same thing to Mitch. But yeah, SOLY should be fun. I looked at my account, my competition account, and so apparently my commissions yesterday racked up 85 plus. Really, so total, my commissions literally racked up $185. So $185 in commissions yesterday, which is thought to be somewhat expected. I mean, 185 bucks in commissions. I traded some pretty big sizing yesterday. And so yeah, I traded some pretty big sizing, and yeah, I blew through almost $200 in commissions. But it could have been worse. It definitely could have been worse. There's still more days ahead, and yeah, we'll see what happens. All right, so let's see why SOLY is doing this. And so we can look at SOLY here. All right. So positive results is what this sounds like. So it had a Soliton plans a I can't pronounce this. Cellulite, I guess is how you pronounce it, trial with rapid acoustic pulse device. It said its pivotal trial of its rapid acoustic pulse device in cellulite after positive results in a proof of concept trial. It's a Houston medical device company. I mean, this is interesting. So basically, what SOLY is doing here is so they said I guess this is Market Watch that's giving me this news from Thinkorswim, but they said, quote, the Houston medical device company said a single 20-minute treatment with the device caused no bruising, swelling, or bleeding and resulted in a 20 to 47% improvement in cellulite severity score in the proof of concept trial. And so, I mean, I know it's positive trial results, but do I think it should go crazy like it did? Probably not. Now, with these parabolic movers, you never really know, guys. You never really know what these parabolic movers are ultimately going to do. It's probably getting pumped up. I don't care what anybody says. This is either up on hype or it's getting pumped up. Probably getting pumped up, but it could be hype as well. And now with the big thing with this, guys, is like I said, you just gotta be careful. I like it as a short opportunity. I think in a week it'll be below where it's at now, but you never know how far it's gonna go up before then. I think it'll probably be down really in probably a month from now. I should probably say, to be safe. In a month from now, I'm sure SOLY will be substantially lower again, but you never know where it's gonna go beforehand. This thing could run up to 40, 60 beforehand, and so it's a very risky trade, all things considered, but it should be fun. And I'm glad this stock is moving during the competition, because I don't know if I would trade it on my live account, but during the competition it'll be fun to trade, and that's kind of what I'm looking at. I'm also going to look at AMD today. I've been trading the moving average crossover every single day for months now on AMD, and so it should be fun to trade that with the competition today. Roku's also up, Dix is up, so we got some options today. What's everybody else's main watch? What's up, Justin? What's up, Todd? What's up, brother? Hey, brother, you in the competition, Todd? I texted you. Oh, there you go, I got you. Cool, man. Let me know how you're doing, brother. Like I said, sorry I never got back with you, Todd. Trust me, man, I do it to Mitch, too. Honestly, I feel like the real reason is because I'm old school, and I don't really text that much, man. I don't like texting that much, and I know I'm 30 years old, and so it's like I grew up before there was really text messages. Like when I was growing up and when I was a kid, in order to text message, I had to press the same button on my phone like 4 times just to get the letter I wanted. And so I do the same thing with Mitch, man. I never respond. But yeah, BYND is also pushing up some as well. We can look up CARY too, but BYND, it's up crazy. Up to 89 should be fun. I'm gonna look to short a lot of these. I mean, that's basically what I'm gonna do today. I'm just gonna look to short some of these moves. The SPY is just continuously weak here, though. Look at that big drop yesterday. SPY is just continuously weak. So, do I have? Yeah, man. All right, cool, Todd. Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, it's nothing against you. It's nothing anybody says. It's just I am how I am. Netron. I'm not that old, man. I'm 30 years old, man. It's not like I'm like, I don't know. If you saw me, like you saw the face, you see the face shots of me. You've seen the face shots of me. I look like I'm 15, Let me show you guys. Y'all want to see a face shot of me? Let me find it. Right, man. They're making me feel old over here. Let me see. This is me. I look like I'm like 15, That's me right there. I look like I'm about to turn 15. If it wasn't for like the facial hair, like the scruff right there, I'd look 15, man. And if I shave, I do look 15. I used to have a beard. People stopped thinking I was 15. And then I shaved it because now I'm 30 and I'm okay with looking 15. But yeah. Yeah, for sure. What's up, Everett? Yeah, man, OBS is the way to do it, brother. OBS is the way to do it. Bro, Lewis, I used to get carded buying nicotine, man. I would go buy those nicotine vapes pods, you know, and I would go buy those things, and they would literally quiz me on my ID like I was not 18, man. It was crazy. I hope they were just messing with me, but they would literally quiz me on my ID like I wasn't 18. You know, only, like, this was like a few years ago, but to me, it was crazy a few years ago that they did that. But yeah, when I grew my beard out, it stopped, you know. And I didn't get carded for nicotine anymore. Yeah, Todd. Yeah, man. All right, so it should be fun today, though. Like I said, this is what my account is at after yesterday. I'm down $85. And I was green on the day. I was green $100 on the day when I closed it down. And so I think my commissions, buying 2,500 shares, commissions are gonna be high. Did you see the number one spot on the competition? No, who's on it? I'm part of their trade, the stock thing on Facebook. Anwar is in the lead with roughly 26.5 thousand in gains. That's crazy gains, though. And the crazy thing is, like, there's a daily max loss limit of $3,500, and so I didn't get anywhere near that. Yeah, I just looked at it, Todd. Yeah, Anwar. No, it's 3,500. Wolf, it's 3,500. The daily max loss is 3,500, and the overall max loss is 12,000. Yeah. My dishwasher broke, and I'm using a coffee cup that actually says "I wake up for makeup." And it's pink. It's my wife's. Yeah. But yeah, the max loss for the competition is 3,500. Let me text Mitch, see where Mitch is at. Yesterday my mug said "Hello Beautiful" on it. My dishwasher's broken. And we just bought that dishwasher like 2-3 years ago. But my dishwasher's broken, and so I've been using the only mugs we have left are my wife's mugs cuz she doesn't drink coffee. And so yeah. Today's my personal favorite, though. This will be my first day of trading. Nice, Justin. For the competition, or? Yeah, that's what I figured. Daddy? Yeah, buddy. There's a bug upstairs? Here, where's your sister? Here, bring your sister around, buddy. Man, I've been telling my wife to buy me a fly swatter. I'm like the bug hunter over here, but these horse flies over here in Texas are savages, man. Savages. We went for a walk yesterday, and these horse flies, man, I would whack this horse fly, and he would keep coming. You know, savages. They would literally follow us down the trail. But yeah, this morning I got woken up to there's a bug in our bathroom, and it was a huge horse fly up here. Yeah, it's the application phase ended last week. B dot. So sorry, brother. Yo, yo, what's up, Mitch? No, I didn't. By the time I found out SOLY was actually tradable, it was a little bit too late for me, Everett. I didn't know it was actually tradable in TEFs. It's a low float penny stock. It was a low float penny stock, and so I'm surprised it was actually tradable. And by the time I figured out it was tradable, the day was almost over for me. I'll definitely be watching it today. Like I said, my overall bias on it is short, but with these low float, kind of parabolic movers, you never know what they're gonna do. Like I think in a month from now, SOLY will probably be down some, but until then, you never know how high it can go. This thing could really start to move. So. Look at all these platforms I got on my running right now. I have Zoom, Picture, TEFs, OBS, Trade Ideas, Thinkorswim, WordPad, Chrome, where I've got like 6 different tabs up, Internet Explorer. Let me exit out of Internet Explorer. FTR. Yeah, FTR. Big move. Penny stock running it up from 173 to 2 here. I'm watching CARY or CARA as well. I've traded CARA a lot before, and so I'll definitely keep an eye on CARA. But it looks good. I've traded it a decent amount before.
What's up?
What's up, man? We got Mitch here, guys. What's up, brother?
What's going on, traders? How we doing? All right, guys. Back to the live account.
Is solely tradable there, Mitch?
Let's see. Yeah.
That's cool, man. I mean, solely, like I was saying, man, I think solely's gonna drop, but you never really know. I mean, it's actually a recent IPO. It's not super. It's not a super old stock. It just IPO'd in February.
Things trading in the 20s.
Yeah. It IPO'd at. Let me see.
I'm sure someone won the competition just on this stock alone.
Yeah, man. I mean, the if you look at the P&L from the competition, the leader is at 27,000 roughly.
Yeah, I'm sure he traded solely.
Right. I mean, you kind of. It's one of those things where it's like if you want to actually have a realistic shot at winning, you kind of have to go for it, And if you lose, you lose, and that's okay, It's not like building up a live account where you have to be really disciplined and selective. I mean, you got to still be somewhat disciplined and selective, but it's kind of like you kind of just got to go for it. And if it works out, it works out. You have a good shot, and if it doesn't, that's okay because you took your shot, and that's what you kind of have to do. What you don't want to do is what I did yesterday, which is kind of not take my shot and kind of just linger around because there's no point in that,
And the only real key is that at the end of the day, if you want to win the competition, you got to risk it to get the biscuit.
You got to go for it, man. That's what I'm saying. That's why I wouldn't be too bummed out. I think that. Whoa, sorry. Looking at something. Okay.
I think it's lesson learned. I didn't really know completely the rules.
Right.
I didn't know the max loss in the competition I thought it was 12K.
So did I. I did
So
too.
that's why I was taking sizing up to 8,000, 10,000 shares.
Right.
I would have known it was only 3,000 a day, then I probably would have just eased up, end the day, and
For sure.
waited for another day. But at the end of the day, the trade that I took, literally seconds later, would have been a multi-thousand-dollar trade. So
Yeah.
the only thing you can do is just shake your head and go back to what you know how to do.
Yeah, man. It is what it is. I mean, you took your shot. Like I said, it's kind of one of those things that you have to do in the competition. You got to take your shot. It's not one of those things like even I put out a tips video where it was like my three tips for the competition, and one of those is like be selective but take your shot. You know, take your swings. Don't stay stagnant like I am and just kind of not trade big enough sizing. You know, don't buy 1,000 shares because that's not going to do anything. You know, you got to buy like 10,000 shares and hope it works.
Hey, I was seconds away from making like 10 grand. So it actually went my way. The only thing is that my account was frozen beforehand.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't stress it, brother.
That's
You
how
took
it
your
goes.
shot. Yeah, you took your shot, man. I mean, that's how it is. It's not a live account, you know. You got to take your shot with those. So
Yeah, I'm ready to get back to the real money.
yeah, what do you think about Soli today? You gonna try to trade it?
Right. It's all gonna be dependent on the breakdown.
Part of
All
me
the time.
wants to. Yeah, I mean, part of me wants to trade Soli, but the other part of me says, like, I've had the best results not trading like crazy parabolic movers. Like most of the time, I trade volatile like mid cap stocks like AMD,
I
CARA,
think
Roku.
it's like you just mentioned. It's either gonna be you can. It's a home run stock. It's
Right,
no base hits slowly.
for sure.
So you have to make that decision on are you okay with going for that home run? Uh,
Right. Which I need
because
to
the
be.
risk is going to be big,
Right.
and you could take 1,000 shares of this and instantly in a dollar get $1.
Right. I can take 1,000 shares and it'd be down in like 5 or 10 minutes and be done. You know.
Yeah,
Especially if I take like 5,000 shares.
I mean, at the end of the day, you got to take, I think, a sweet spot. Now that I know the limit on the loss side would probably be 3,000 shares, 4,000 shares.
Right. Not necessarily with
Because
Soli. I think
even with solely, I think you can go down to about. You would have to go down to 2,000, so it gives you $1 range at least, and I think you'll be fine. But
yeah, 3,000 is
that's
actually
a big
reasonable.
swing.
I mean, so this thing moves in like a pretty big range. So like, let's see. So if it moved 50 cents with 5,000 or 3,000 shares, that'd be 1,500. Yeah, that's reasonable. I mean, that's you can take your swing. If it goes $1.50, if it goes $1.5, then you're out. But that's a decent enough range. So like, basically, if it moves from there to there, you're out. But yeah, I think that's probably about right. 3,000 shares. I think that's probably pretty reasonable.
I would say somewhere in the twos. The threes will put a little pressure on you. I would use 2,000, and then you could get $1 swing, which would give you 2K.
You saw that on the Facebook group, Todd? Sorry, bitch. Sorry, bro.
No,
I read a story about a dude trading his real account because he thought it was his competition account. I read it on Facebook, man. I feel bad for the dude. It was tough, man. It was a tough read, dude.
Oh my god.
Well, it wasn't. It was more so. It was more. It was. It wasn't. It wasn't him purely making that mistake. It wasn't him. It was. They sent him the. It was something with the login information they sent him, and he didn't know it was the password was the same for his account versus his competition account. And so when he thought he was logging into his competition account, but instead it was his live account that he didn't even know he had equity left in. Yeah, and so he didn't even know he had equity left in his live account, and so he logged into it and lost it.
Well, there
And
it
then
goes.
realized it. Right. Yeah. It was gone before he even knew he had it, man. It was gone before he even knew he had it.
Gotta
Tough
be quicker
break,
than
though.
that.
All right.
You gotta be quicker than that.
Yeah. It was rough.
Yeah, I don't know what I would do. The computer might be out the window.
Yeah.
You guys see the computer on the sidewalk? You guys know what happened. Look at Sully just rip off there.
Yeah, man. Crazy move.
Yeah. This is one that I wish I just would have watched early yesterday.
I didn't know this.
I didn't watch it until like 10:45.
That's what I was saying. I didn't know it was actually tradable because, I mean, it's a low float penny stock, and a lot of times those aren't on TradeNet. And so I had no idea it was tradable.
We didn't even take a look.
Right. I assumed it wasn't because, you know, most of the it popped up on my low float scanner. And so, what's up, Felix? What's up, man? Yeah, broke boy. I mean, you gotta realize, man, we get so many people here trying to tell us what to do, like with stocks. Like, we get so many random people just being like, hey, buy this, buy that, buy this, buy that. And then they'll get mad at us. They'll actually get mad at us if we don't do it. They'll be like, hey, buy this stock. Why didn't you buy this stock?
Especially if it went in the direction.
Right. Why didn't you buy this stock? I told you, buy it. It's like,
I told
get out of
you
here.
you were going to make $1 million.
Right. It's like, dude, you're a random person on the internet, man. I'm sorry, you know. Like, I'm on a 12-day green streak. Like, I know what I'm doing to a certain extent, but, you know, there's certain things that, like, I have certain styles, and then I have, you know, I have my own style in trading. And so a lot of times what people tell me just doesn't really fit my style. You know, a lot of times it's just a different style than what I typically trade. But yeah, I get those people all the time. They're like, why didn't you buy the stock? We had one dude in here trying to pump up Apple that time. He was like, buy Apple. Buy Apple. If everybody buys Apple, I'll be rich. Buy Apple. He probably said it 20 times.
You buy 30,000 shares of Apple, I'll make
Right.
$1 million.
Right. I'm sitting there like, there is something called a float, man. Yeah, Netron. Buy Apple now.
like,
Do it now.
I was like, yeah, man, give me the money to buy 30 shares.
Right, man.
30,000 shares.
30,000. What is Apple at? Let's look at how much equity that would be. Apple, just even
It's like
for right now.
$300,000 or something.
Right. It's at 175.
Yeah, give me the $300,000.
How many shares did he say to buy? 30,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be 5,280,000 in equity.
Yeah, hold on, let me borrow that.
That'd be 5.2 million in equity. Yeah, man.
Hold on, let me call Capital One.
Right. This guy says to buy Apple. He says to buy Apple in my chat. Let me go call. Let me get a loan out.
Yeah. Let me just let them know. Hey guys, I got an investment opportunity here.
Right.
Buy Apple.
This dude says to buy Apple. I gotta do it.
Yo, can someone please make a shirt that just says buy Apple?
Yeah. Honestly, that should be, if I have a trademark shirt, that should be it. Just buy Apple.
Yeah.
Apple, I'm sure, would love it. Maybe they'd sponsor me. You know?
I'm sure. It's just long Apple.
All right. Let's go back to Trader Talk. All right. Whew. Enough of that.
All right, guys. So the main thing with Soli is always going to be, when I look at parabolic movers, I definitely look at bigger time frames. Don't look at these short time frames, these 1 minute charts. 1 minute charts on a parabolic mover are just kind of a recipe for getting faked out. You have to understand a bigger macro picture of the stock so that you can get the right levels to go off of, and then you can trade off those support and resistance levels. But if you're not using the correct levels, what's going to end up happening is you're going to get off of a short-term support or resistance. It's going to end up falling through, and when it falls through to the next support, since you didn't calculate the correct risk, it's going to be a big loss. So what you want to do is you want to look at it on a bigger time frame. I would use a 15 or a 5-minute chart. You don't necessarily have to trade off of that chart, but definitely draw your levels off of that chart so that you know exactly where the resistance and support is, so that you can see the stock on a macro view and decide a micro trade.
Got a little bit of an echo today, brother.
Yeah, a little one.
Yeah,
Maybe because my phone. Yeah,
slight.
that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, slight echo.
Okay, now take it away.
There you go. Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, and just sign on two different
Yeah, it's way better.
logins.
Uh,
Yeah,
Marvel.
definitely look for those. For me, to trade solely on the downside, it needs to be lower than 1750 or 1775, and then we want to see it hold that 1775 and start making a move towards 1382. Other than that, it's going to be held on a bullish mindset.
Yep, should be fun.
Yeah, and I did something yesterday that is a number one rule for me not to do,
Oh, I broke tons of rules yesterday, bro.
and
Tons.
that's shorting a parabolic move on day one. You just
Yep.
don't do it. There's no need for it.
Yeah,
I think
for
everyone
sure.
should kind of learn from that. Um, that's not where the opportunity lays. It's actually on the bull side. You know, the bulls have control of a stock, and you're trying to go against the herd. And when you usually try to fight the herd is worth the volume, and you're just going to get knocked out.
Yep.
Now, what you want to do is you want to wait for that first red day, and that's the day that you can start looking at this stock to short when it starts making its way back. But you definitely don't want to get caught on the green candles trying to short.
Right.
Big
Yeah.
rule. I don't think I remember the last time I I broke that rule. Um, Definitely a long time ago. I think near a year at least. So
Yeah, it's been a while since I've really traded parabolic moves. When I typically do trade them, like a lot of times what I do with it, like I remember trading these a decent amount, and what I usually do is I attack 1 minute pullbacks with these. 1 minute pullbacks are super profitable with these. Same thing with like some pre-market high breaks, although they can reverse quick. Pre-market high breaks a lot of times will work well with parabolic movers. And then you also have lower the day shorts because a lot of times when these get weak, they get super weak, and so they just drop quickly. So those are,
yeah,
if I'm gonna trade
that,
CARA in the
that middle of the
competition,
day short, that's when the candle goes red on the daily chart,
right,
and that's a lot of the reason why people start jumping on
for sure,
because on the daily chart now you finally see that red. You see that red, that's when usually the shorters at least start trying to tackle it.
yeah. All right, guys, let's do it.
All right, we'll be watching AMRN. That chart looks good right now.
Mm-hmm. BYND too. I got a bunch I'm watching. I'm gonna get the. I'm gonna try to attack the moving average cross. I gotta figure out what kind of share size to take with it though. Got to be a little bit more careful because a lot of times what you'll see in the stock market is that when higher cap stocks start to slow down and when penny stocks start to run, higher caps a lot of times will slow down some, and so
All right, so today's going to be very important on the SPY to see if it's going to break the low of May 13. The low on May 13 was 279.93.
hmm,
So that's what you're going to pay attention for today. Especially, let's say, if you want to do the moving average cross, I would pay attention to see if it could break that and kind of the semiconductors holding AMD, MU, because that's really the stocks that have driven the SPY down.
right,
Are those semiconductors kind of pulling back because of the tariff wars?
right,
So that's going to be a big support for today. As you can see, it's a big support on the daily chart. Next levels from here go down to 277.92, and then there's a big gap before the next support.
yep.
So we're getting to that point where stocks have retraced and come to support. We could find support today and see the semiconductors bounce back, or we could break through support, bring in some more volume, and start heading back down.
Yep. All right, guys. We got less than a minute. Less than a minute. Go join our public Discord. Our goal is to create a free day trading chat room. And so if you want to be a part of our public Discord, like I said, our goal is to kind of create a free trading chat room for traders to take advantage of. There's the link in the chat just now. I just posted the link in the chat. We got 30 seconds. Let's do it. I'm excited for it. Let's do this. Let's see what else we got. So yeah, watching Soli and CARA plus AMD at the open for the moving average play as well. All right, guys, let's do it. All right, there's the bell. Let me start my recording today.
First stock I'm looking at is AMRN. I like it. It's gapped up.
All right, like I said, the first thing I'm really looking at attacking, first things first, is the moving average cross. All right, we got CARA spiking up. We got Soli dropping some. Roku, big spike up for Roku here. ROKU, big spike. AMD breaking highs here. Looks pretty strong.
All right, guys. Little starter here. In square. Or VWAP fade. It's looking good.
Slowly built up a little bit of resistance above it now.
Yeah, I wish I could have gave you this entry. So can I pass this to you, John?
I mean, what, for SQ?
Oh, QCOM. I would maybe look for the moving average trade in that one.
QCOM?
That one's been hit really big. Bounce back really big.
See, I just don't know that one super well. The only one I know really well is AMD for the moving average cross.
Go. Looking to cover a little bit here. Cover 200 shares there at 55. Killer trade.
See, man, quick bounce back, brother.
Yeah, just getting back to what I'm good at, guys.
Yep. All right, so AMD's dropping some. I'm going to move on to other moves here. I'm looking at the SPY. The SPY is dropping again. Still dropping. AMRN spiking up nicely, though.
Yeah, AMRN, good spike up. Held there, the bull flag, and didn't break.
Yeah, even 1,000 shares is dangerous for SOLY right now. Crazy for SOLY. Just crazy move.
It would have been nice to get a nice 1,000 shares in this trade. There you go, down to the 40s there. Should have been able to take a little profit there, 45. Wanted to take some there and then add to it.
I'm looking at YY here. YY is right up to the VWAP.
SQ might go back to the VWAP.
I'm looking at DKS too.
SQ
Yeah.
back up.
All right, there's the low at the daybreak on SOLY, so this might get super weak here. See, the great thing about TEFs and TradeNet is that you can buy like 100 shares of Soli and be straight because it's like $3 in commissions, $4 in commissions, you know?
Yeah, definitely one of those stocks for the competition.
All right, I'm looking at AMD here. I'm going to move this moving average. The cross just didn't happen quick enough for AMD, so unless it starts to really squeeze up, I'm not going to pay attention to the moving average cross. I'm just going to keep it on my other chart.
Yeah.
CARA maybe for a VWAP bounce there.
The SPY gap down underneath that support. So see it push back and then see what happens there.
I'm going to take my little started position here with 200 shares on CARA. Maybe I need a little bit more.
Green move and square.
Maybe I should have taken more. Man, I don't know why I can't. I just haven't been making the move. I haven't been trading big enough sizing here. I just got to get used to it, I guess. But, man. Maybe get the first trade out the way here.
Yeah, that's what I did yesterday. It was a good thing. Even if it's just 1,000 shares or 500 shares, just get one under your belt.
Yep. I don't mind adding to it here. I mean, yeah. All right, I'm in with 400 now.
All right, guys. Got that swing right back down here.
The problem is maybe it has some resistance above it at 2707. SOLY, big spike up here. Big move. SOLY starting to squeeze up. I can see it happening. There it goes. It's up to 23.10 at its highs now.
Woo! I feel that momentum in you.
Big squeeze. I'm just watching it. I can just see it coming right beforehand. And that's how you kind of have to scalp those type of moves is because, you can see them coming to a certain extent. And so you got to take advantage of them. All right, I'm going to take half off there. Got 41 in profits. Gonna let this last little 200 shares work. See if we get a better squeeze. SPY quickly reversed here though.
Same thing here for square. Gotta be careful here. Not let it get above this 65. I like that rejection there.
Alright, so we're getting a little bit of a reversal here for CARA. I've only got 200 shares left, and I'm super protected in it. So, regardless of what happens, it'll at least be break even. AMD, monster squeeze up. Maybe I should have taken that moving average cross on it. Huge squeeze for some of these, man. Getting a little bit of a struggle here for CARA. Let's see if it finds some support. Really, ideally, at the 2107 is where we want to see it find some support, and then push up to test that high of the day.
All right, looking to take some profit here, guys. There you go. Took some profit, 600 off.
Nice.
Not bad. I have 156 already. There you go. Looking great.
All right, I'm out my first trade, $102 gain. I'll take it. Got my first one out the way. Let's keep moving. Got a little bit of safety in that, man. Some people. The problem is people in this competition are going to be
All
trading
right.
SOLY. SOLY is halted, guys.
All right, guys. Just sold a little bit more there on Square. Nice fade so far. Gotten $231 on this trade, holding $78 unrealized. And come back to VWAP here, so be careful here, guys.
Look at that move on SOLY, man.
Just holding
Definitely
this
some FOMO.
100 shares.
Here, let me throw you up so you can finish it while I'm still watching.
Let me move this one so you guys can see the account one. I normally don't have this account one shown to myself. It's on the other screen. Reason being, guys, I don't like to pay attention to the green or red on my trading screen.
See, man,
It's one of the tips.
wouldn't you rather make like $300 on a live account than lose a demo account?
Real money. That's why I'm like,
You know what I mean?
focus a little bit more.
Cheer up, you know. Like when you go back to your disciplined live account, you're making hundreds of dollars, so you're straight, man. All right, sorry, bitch. I gotta trade active today. I gotta throw you down, brother.
Go for it, dude. No worries. I'm trying to make that cash.
Let's do it. DKS is another one I'm looking at.
Nice move there.
Let's see DKS. I'm gonna look at DKS for a short.
All right, guys. Took 200 shares off there at 64.37. You see, today I'm getting great fills with tests on my markets. That was dead on, quick move down, and I snapped it off.
All right, my risk in this one, I'm in with 500 shares. My risk is 50.
All right, guys, that was a beautiful trade. Already have $325 for the day. Can't be mad at that at all.
I'll take some if it gets down to 36. It's at 17. I want to see it ideally get down to 36. I still got some room, though. That first trade was just a little feeler trade.
There. Oh, ACB. Fades possibility.
All right, we're getting a big squeeze up here.
That's interesting also.
I'm going to give it a little bit of time to test my level. I'm only down 28 on the day. The goal is...
this one's fading. ARRY.
There you go.
Today. That's not too bad.
Man, Soli is halted. I wonder how many people got stuck in that thing today, man.
Yeah, watch it hold and halt for a couple weeks.
Yeah. Everybody's out of the competition.
Yeah. It's like you're up $1 million, but you can't cash out.
I do think that's probably one of the reasonable ways to win the competition, though, is to have like one or two good trades on Soli, and you're good for the competition.
All right, guys. I'm gonna take profit here at 20s. Boom. Home run trade. I'll take that. $388 for the day.
Like I said, my risk is right around 50, so I'm currently only down like $50, and so it's still pretty.
I'm telling you, I was on a roll yesterday.
45, 39s. All right, I gotta be really close here and careful. I could let it test my $50 level, but then I gotta jump out if it goes against me.
Not a bad trade there.
43s. Sorry, my son is screaming.
Nice. $388 trade. I'll
Nice,
take that.
brother. Yeah, man. I'll take that any day, too. Good work. All right, so we're still pretty close to my stop out level. I just gotta be careful
T
here.
square coming back to 64.80, so I'm gonna let that one bounce.
All right, SOLY is resumed. Oh my gosh, my kids are just picking the worst time while I'm in the middle of the trade to fight with each other. Just screaming.
This thing is sweeping a dollar.
It's crazy moves. That's what I'm saying, man. Just absolutely ridiculous moves right now. That's why I have a little bit of FOMO, which is not really my style. Like, I'm not really a parabolic move trader.
I mean, this is just like take a buy and just put your hand down and see thousands of dollars moves.
All right, it's testing my risk here for DKS. SPY's pulling back to the VWAP though. SPY's pulling back to the VWAP, so we could get a squeeze up on some stocks here, depending on what the SPY does. I honestly wish DKS would hurry up if it's gonna stop me out. You know, because I'm starting to think about trading SOLY.
Remember, you can do 2 trades.
Yeah, it's just gonna be harder to measure.
Instead of stopping one and actively trade the other.
Well, this was just too close to my risk. I'm just going to try to manage the rest of it here. I think it's probably going to end up squeezing me out in the end, but I'm giving it that chance. We'll see.
Well, one that I'm watching for a VWAP fade here is going to be Kron.
All right, I got stopped out. $80 loss, so I'm still pretty even on the day, guys.
Kron or ACB looks good for a fade.
Let me look at them. Yeah, I'm going to look at Kron and ACB if it can squeeze up there. I was up such a nice $100 on my first trade, but it's kind of one of those things you got to be active. But yeah, I'm definitely looking at Kron.
Yeah, remember, $100 is nothing right now.
Right. I need to take
focus on the trade itself.
Yeah, I'm going to go for 1,000 shares.
Yeah, stick to a share size and then just try to knock out trades. Rinse and repeat.
All right, I'm going to jump in Kron with 1,000 shares right now, and then add to it if it gets up to 36.
Okay, not a bad idea.
I
would put the limit order for that ad out just in case you get a bounce up fill.
Yeah, I got a bad fill there. It's okay. It just gives me a little bit more room to add to it, which is fine. 20. Terrible fill. 20? But yeah, but that's okay. I can add to it on the way up to 35 and then set that up.
If it goes down underneath your number and then just add back. Guarantee if it comes back.
Yeah, I mean, I'll cover into a quick washout and then add back to it. I don't mind doing that either. There's 40, but I mean, I'm gonna see what we can get. I'm at 50 now.
Yeah, I mean, if you get a daily low right now, that's not a bad little snap.
There we go. Yeah, like I said, yeah, I'll probably hold this one, see if we can break those lows. I don't mind that. $12s, $13s. All right, I covered a little bit at 13, and so I got 500 shares. I'm just gonna let the rest work, and I'll add back to it if it pulls back to the VWAP. And so that's how I'm gonna manage this trade. If it pulls back to the VWAP, I'll add to it.
Yeah, I like that one. Just let it work, man.
Yeah, for sure. Appreciate it. AMRN breaking highs. Check that one out.
Yeah, big volume also. Big boy volume. Nice VWAP bounce on that one today.
I know, man. That's what I was seeing. Beautiful. Quick one. It rebounded very quick for AMRN.
Yeah, quick. Just one of those instant green ones where you get in at 8:30, risk off at 8:20, and then really quickly it goes up to 49.
Right, you're just immediately green in that one, you know.
Those are the ones that you sometimes want to take a nice swing. Since you are instantly green, when it pulls back to your number or close to your number, that's where you hit the ad and you expect that instant green again.
Yep. Yeah, Soli's definitely hogging all the attention. I'm gonna look at Soli when it starts to get weak. That's what I'm gonna watch this one. But for now, I'm not jumping in. It's just this is an account killer right now. I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to play with Soli.
Yeah.
All right, we got the low of the day crack, looking a lot better. I'm gonna take another half off there. I'm gonna let this 250 work, and like I said, I'm gonna look to cover into any bounces. Or I'm gonna look to add into bounces on Kron, but it's looking super weak. Took my loss away, so yeah, that's 2 green trades, 1 red trade, up a small amount at this point. I gotta find some more stuff to get into.
Yeah, we're getting to that second support there on the SPY. Going to keep an eye on it to see what's going to happen with AMAT. I'll let you know if the semis want to start making a comeback. I think they're going to just reject this.
They're slowly starting to get weak. Roku, choppy. YNDX doesn't look bad either. So we're getting a bounce. Like I said, I'll add back to it. There's up to 28 or so for Kron. I'd actually prefer to add back to it. Keep a little bit bigger swing here. Big thing is I'm keeping my account alive for the competition, and as long as my account is alive, you know, within the last few days of the competition, I can really kind of go for it if I didn't build up enough profits to be in contention. ELTK. Let me see if that was actually tradable for me. It might not be. No, it's not, unfortunately. Alright, so I gotta look for some other trades. I can't just stay in Kron. I gotta look for a few other things here.
Yeah, like I said, just set the stop.
Look at,
and keep working.
look how weak AMRN is. Super weak.
Yeah, you can get the pullback.
They're not AMRN, AMD. Sorry, AMD, not AMRN. AMD super weak.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking that AMAT's going to reverse here. They're not on that one right now.
Not bad. See if we get a bigger washout flush in Kron here and cover into it and then add back on a bounce. I'm gonna cover into this and then add back onto a bounce. I think that's the way I have to approach it. It's already broken lows, but at this point I feel like it's just gonna bounce. But maybe I was wrong. Who knows? Still got a lot of time. It got me back green on the day. That's all. I mean,
exactly.
It did its purpose. I was down like $100, and so now I'm fine. Just gonna wait for some pullbacks here. I know a lot of people are probably dip buying solely right here, and it's not that bad. Like if it gets down to the VWAP, I might actually take a VWAP bounce on it. YNDX, maybe for a bounce play. YNDX. Down a lot yesterday. I like it. Good tight risk. 76, 75. Gotta go with like 1,000 shares, I think. All right, just bought YNDX with 1,000 shares. I don't hate it. I got a risk of about 62 or so.
Broke boy. There's a reason why that spread isn't solely. It's to get you your name, man.
The spread's really not that bad for how much this thing's moving. I mean, right now it's like a 15-cent spread. That's pretty reasonable, all things
There
considered.
is 70 cents.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah.
It tightens up for a second to trick you.
Yeah, that
It
consolidation.
tightens up within 15, 20 cents, and out of nowhere, it splits open 70 cents.
Yep.
So, really, what you need to pay attention to if you're longing this, you only look at the bid side. That's going to be your risk, your danger side, and you're going to probably have to buy off the ass. So, you're going to have to buy off that 25.82, and then you need to see if how instantly down you're going to be. Because this is instantly, as soon as you get in it, you're probably going to be down, 30, 20 cents.
Yep. So you got to make sure you judge what kind of sizing you're taking.
Entry needs to be dead on, meaning that you let the trade come to you, you don't chase it.
Yep.
You wait for a nice pullback, or if you were going to short this, which I don't recommend, you wait for that nice extension and you short into that extension.
Yep.
Definitely not a stock that you want to kind of buy at the top and sell higher. No, that's not.
That'll hit you quick.
Yeah. I've actually done that in a live account. You don't want to see $700 go like that.
Yeah, man. No fun. No bueno.
No bueno whatsoever.
All right, so I'm in YNDX here. I'm just going to let it work and try to see if it bounces here. Like I said, my risk in this one is about 62, 61. So my risk is about 10 cents. My reward is way up there at like 90 something. So 20-cent reward, 10-cent risk. I'll consider it. But I'm just going to look for some other trades. Like I'm just kind of hanging out here. I got in with 1,000 shares. But
Square moving back here to VWAP. Got a strong green candle beforehand.
Yeah, there's a bounce on Cron. I figure I got to take bigger sizing with my home run trades. Like VWAP fades, I gotta if one sets up right, I gotta take big enough sizing to take advantage.
Sounds smart.
So CGC, Cron. Let me know if you guys see any more fades.
Square.
Yeah, AMD. If AMD pulls back to 88, I'm on that thing, man. I really like that one.
Look at Square. That was nice.
I like the risk too of like 08. So your risk is like 20 cents, and your reward is down to like 40. So like 40-cent reward. So it looks good there. Bulls and bears. I mean, I'm long in a position now, but I've taken short positions too. So I'm for both of them.
The Bulls? I don't see Michael Jordan playing.
Yeah, man. I mean, honestly, you guys probably know me. I'm mostly a short trader, but I haven't done that bad with long trades either.
Yes, Square wasn't that bad. All right, going to be watching AMAT here for either breakout or breakdown. Got that fake out to the long side. Let's see if it just washes out underneath and the SPY washes out.
Right. I mean, that's kind of how they got to be. I consider myself short bias, but I'll take both. It just depends if the setup's there. Well, I'm waiting for YNDX to do its thing here. Like I said, I got a pretty tight risk. Also looking at CGC. I mean, if CGC gets back there, I'll consider it too. I like that one. For a fade. DKS is rejecting right now off the VWAP. Yeah. The SPY. Roku put in a little bit of a symmetrical triangle there. SPY is up at the VWAP again here. just so you guys can see, for YNDX, my risk is roughly right here at 61. That was the high of that first opening range candle. It's also got some confirmation there. Previous day, it's got a lot of resistance and support there. So that's my risk. Reward level, like I said, is probably up here at 94 or so. So my risk is about 10 cents. My reward is, I got a bad fill, so maybe not the best risk reward there, but. All right, CGC I'll consider. It's getting up there. If we can climb up another 40 cents, I'll take CGC with a risk of 64 and a reward target of 60 on the other side. So very tight risk, big reward. AMD as well. If AMD can pull back to the 80s, I'll take it. What's the symbol for US Steel? X. Yeah, X, really big washout. DKS and a nice little rejection there too. Yeah, Soli, man, I'm starting to consider Soli for a VWAP bounce.
I like AMAT if it gets underneath 3870s or 3880s here. If it gets above 3890s, this could break out.
For YNDX, I'm just going to set my stop loss here. I think it's taking too long. There we go. Alright, I got the stop set. Now I can focus on maybe, honestly, SOLY here. It's down to the VWAP. You got a risk of about $1.50. Big reward target up there too. I might buy 100 shares just for fun. Part of me wanted to buy this bounce here. I mean, I like the risk. It's got a really nice risk. Down at that 22.50 level or so. It's just a 50-cent spread.
All right, I'm getting a strong signal for a break on AMAT. That one's not a bad idea to do, like moving average. I don't know.
All right, I'm in SOLI with 100 shares here. Should be fun. Look at that. Risking about $100 or so on this trade. Maybe a little bit more, actually. Gonna see if the VWAP bounces in play. I don't usually trade these parabolic movers, but we can let it and give it a chance. Still looking a little weak, but find it here. There it is. I'm only down to $84. Not bad. Like I said, I'm using that pre-market high as my risk level. Getting pretty close. Ooh, look at that drop. Gross drop. Bounce back up a little bit better.
All right, starter there on the long side. AMAT.
Yeah, I got tempted to buy Soli. We'll see if it works, man. It was a nice little VWAP bounce setup. I'll give it that. And I'm only down $130 on it, and that's small potatoes in this competition.
Need some potatoes?
As long as I don't get halted, I'll be okay. You know, if I have to take a $130 loss, I'll be fine. But
potato.
Yeah, at least it's a potato. You know.
This is how you want to look at it.
Yeah, that's all I was saying yesterday.
Yeah, this long that I'm in right now, you might want to look at it because I think the semiconductors are going to reverse here. I'm seeing a lot of them come to VWAP, if not above VWAP. And I'm long on AMAT at 93s. The stock has been hit really big on the daily. Can see it bounce back to 40.
All right, I'm probably about to get out of Soli here. I'm just not trying to
Oh,
make.
you're soloing.
Yeah, that's what I said. I got talked into it. Let it get bounced at the pre-market high and see if it bounces there, but it's starting to look weaker and weaker. And like I said, I just don't want to get stuck in a halted move. That's going to be frustrating if I do. There we go. For my my YNDX trade's looking better. Like I said, I got the stop set in that one already, though.
I have an order to add on AMAT for a pullback. I'm looking for this to break out here. Mike, I wouldn't mind if you go short on AMAT.
All right, there's a little bit better for me for Soli. Let's see if it continues here. My entry is 24.50 roughly. It's at 23.50, so I'm down like $100, which is pretty small in the range. All things here though, so we'll see if we get that move. I gotta just be careful. A big drop happens, it can get halted on the downside, and that's not what I want.
Yeah.
Lucky it's 100 shares though, so my commissions aren't gonna be super high.
I tried to lead you to this AMAT. We're up there now, the 39.11s, looking good.
Honestly, I'm kind of paying attention to Soli here. This is kind of the crazy move, and I'm scared it's going to reject off the VWAP here, though. That's my biggest fear for this one right now, which may be coming to fruition. I am using TEFs and TradeNet. Yeah, I'm using TEFs and TradeNet. This is the competition, though. They have a competition going on right now, so this is just a demo account. But, yeah, the broker I'm using, the intro account, is I think it's still on sale. But you get a lot of cool stuff. 14,000 in buying power. There's no PDT rule. You can day trade as much as you want. While I'm hanging out in this trade, I'll go ahead and plug them. A lot of cool benefits of it. All right, I'm about to jump out of this. I'm out. I am not risking any more than that. That is my cue to exit this trade on Soli. And so currently I am down $140, which is pretty small, really.
Right,
yeah,
guys.
Look at that. I got out right before that.
AMAT.
Right before that massive drop, I jumped out, and I'm glad I did. But yeah, TradeNet is currently on sale. Like I said, they come with a lot of different cool stuff. You get 14,000 in buying power with their base package, the intro package. You get 14,000 in buying power to trade with. There's also no PDT rule, so you can day trade as much as you want, and you can actually short stocks on there. And so I don't think anywhere else in the trading world can you actually short with no PDT rule and that much buying power. You can even short some IPOs. And so, you know, if you want to check them out, I think it's great for new traders. I think it allows new traders to really learn how to trade without risking what they would with a regular broker. I think most new traders end up depositing thousands into a regular broker and end up losing that. And so with TradeNet, it's just a much cheaper option. And so if you're interested in checking that out, helping support the channel, there's the link. Hey, appreciate that $10 donation, Mike. Yeah, shout out to Mitch for that, brother.
I got you, brother. Yeah, just an easy pattern. This is what we study, guys.
All right, I'm starting to scale into CGC, but yeah, appreciate that, man. Really appreciate it. I'll have to give that to Mitch.
All right, guys. Gonna sell a little bit here. 150 there at 39.13. Our entry was 38.93. So we took $30 off there. We're up $60 on a 300 share position. Not bad at all.
All right, I'm in CGC. I'm going to slowly scale up to the VWAP, and then I'm going to use that previous high right around 55.60 as my risk. So that's what I'm doing now. I got my stop set for YNDX. And like I said, if you're just now joining us, if this is your first time joining us, Mitch and I are trading a little bit different than we normally do. This is during a competition. And so the goal is to make as much as possible in 2 weeks. And so we're being way more active than we typically are. And so basically don't judge us for how we trade in these few weeks. Like I said, it's a competition.
I'm back on my real one, but
don't judge me how I trade today, because like I said, it's a competition.
Ride.
Yeah, you got to trade as much as you can, not as much as you can, but you got to make as much as you can in a short period of time. And so it's tough. It's fun.
really what the competition is showing everyone is just how much the emotions of trading live can affect you.
Yep.
I think this is something that everyone should learn from. And we try to speak about it, and we try to tell traders that when you go live, it takes a lot.
It's different,
You know?
man, for sure.
And that's why we use TEFs, is that it gives us an ability to continue trading and trade live with real money, but at the same time,
Yep.
it be on CFDs, and you don't have to stress so much. You can just focus mainly on actually doing the trading action. And if you get profitable, you're going to be able to take some profit. You might have to share some, but
That's
to
okay.
be honest, and the reality of it, and we talked about in our latest video, is that majority of traders are going to lose their first account.
Right.
So instead of wasting that account, let's make it with a purpose. Let's have some intent behind the account. Let's learn something. Let's actually get our abilities to a new level. And that's what you want to do. Every single time you go live, you improve your skills. You don't want to kill yourself mentally, and you don't want to kill yourself on your process.
Yep. All right, so we're getting a squeeze up here for CGC. Like I said, I don't mind adding to CGC as it goes up here. And as it moves up, I don't mind taking a bigger position, slowly adding to it as it gets closer to 31 is kind of the goal here. Y and DX squeeze it up, looks a lot better. It's up to 83s.
Not too bad in the same app.
AMD, I got to take that too if it gets up there. So if AMD squeezes back up to 79, I got to take it. I got to. That's like what I've been waiting for. We'll see. There's 84s.
Yeah, seeing strong reversals in the semiconductors. So be careful with that one.
I took half off of Y and DX. Nice little VWAP bounce there. Gonna let the rest work. It's up to 90s. We'll see if we get that break here. I'm gonna start adding a little bit more to CGC too. Alright, I just added a little bit more to CGC. I'm currently in with 800 shares.
Ooh, a CGC.
Yep. YNDX had a really beautiful move up here to this high. We'll see if it can break this high. Made a bunch from it already. I'm going to take another 200 off here for YNDX. Just going to hold this last little 300 on it. Give it that shot. Also let CGC work here.
There you go. Nice breakout, AMAT. Yeah, I'd be careful with that AMD trade.
Oh, I'm not in AMD right now.
Yeah, no, I'm just putting out that warning just because the SPY is also holding at the top right by VWAP. It's kind of either going to VWAP fade out or it's going to squeeze through that VWAP fade.
All right, there we go. We get a CGC falling down some here. Gonna let this one work for CGC.
See a pullback here to 97s for AMAT.
I think Y and DX is kind of extended at this level, though. That's the only problem I have with it. I mean, I only got 300 shares left. But I might just take this 50 off. Well, no, actually, I'll let this work. I don't mind letting it work. I mean, I got 300 shares left. Alright, again, I don't mind adding to this one on CGC up to 31 and then giving myself a pretty tight risk up to that level. And so I don't mind it. It's fighting back here. I'm gonna look at yeah, we gotta be careful with like CGC and AMD. I agree. I mean, I don't mind it, but we gotta be somewhat selective with them. Cannabis stocks I think are gonna be a little bit less affected, but with AMD specifically, I really don't mind it. I might take a small position here.
All right, guys, I think that's going to do it for me today. I'm still in AMAT here.
Yeah, risk of about 29, which would be 20 cents. And then from 80 down to 40. So yeah, it's good risk reward for AMD. Alright, I'm in CGC with 1,000 shares. Or AMD with 1,000 shares. CGC
All right,
looks
guys,
good.
covering it here in AMAT. Normally, I would hold for a little bit longer and try to get a little bit more of a move here. But 30 cents is not bad. I'll lock up 30 cents here and take that nice gain. Nice second gain of the day.
Y and DX has got to be squeezing up, huh? Yep.
So that's going to do it for me today. $64 on that AMAT trade. Not a bad day at all. $452.50 in live money. Not a bad bounce back.
Yeah,
I
man.
can get the challenge now. I ain't even stressing it. I made almost $500 today.
Yeah, bro. No need to stress the challenge now, man. I'd rather make $300 on real money. Anyway,
I was dead on yesterday. Kind of ran into some issues. Caused my emotions to get out of control. As long as I stay in control, stay into what we call the zone, I can trade great and continue on trading my system. You got to know when you're not in the zone and know when you're in the zone.
Yeah, George, what we mean by live money is that we have a competition going on right now, and so this is demo accounts that we're using, but Mitch is using his real money account.
So yeah, I kind of lost the challenge yesterday, so step into the real. No, yesterday I made like 600 before I kind of turned everything down on the downside. And, it just kind of got me to that point where I was thinking too much about profits. I'm not going to lie, I was like, I want my 600 today. And didn't do too bad. I'll take the 450. All right, guys. You guys have a great day. Take care.
Later, brother. All right, so we got to squeeze up on AMD. I don't mind adding to it here. I got to be careful because the SPY's breaking highs. So that's the biggest thing I got to be careful of. I only have 1,000 shares in AMD, so it's not a ton. And that's what I'm going to kind of shoot for here. I'm going to add a 500 to AMD right here. And then I'm going to watch CGC kind of in the same fashion here. Like I said, the goal for this, if this was like a real account, I would have just hang it up for the day and taken my profits. I was up over 100 already, but the goal is to make as much as fast as possible with these accounts. And so, while I'm taking a bunch of unnecessary risks, it's kind of the name of the game for these competitions. Getting a squeeze up here for AMD, so I got to be careful with it. There we go, a little bit better for CGC. Should be fun though. We'll see what we get. Nice long-term fade for AMD, and CGC is actually breaking down really nicely here. Let me see what my actual account on CGC is at. It's down 23. All right, so I'm still good. Alright, so with these two, I'm just going to see if they'll really break down. Like, that's the goal here. I want to see some big breakdowns here, and I'm going to give them that time to actually do it. In the grand scheme of things, I'm down like $200 on these, which is very small in the grand scheme of the competition. And so the goal is just to see what we can get here. I don't mind continuing to add to this one as it gets up to 30s, and then using that $50 as my risk. And if I take a bigger loss today, that's okay. I got to take my swing, though, and that's the goal. I like AMD. I think AMD's extended and should pull back some. CGC, I don't know. We'll see. No pun intended. Cron. Yeah, Cron was good. I had Cron. I had a nice trade on Cron earlier. Probably didn't take big enough sizing with it, but I did trade once on Cron too. Alright, I'd love to see the fade now for AMD. That would be beautiful if we can get that breakdown. $76, not bad for AMD. $74, $73s for AMD. See if we can get some weak action here. There we go. Definitely looking better. Actually up in AMD for the first time. What am I in? 1,500 shares. Alright. I was very quickly up some on AMD, or on CGC. They're both looking better though. That's half 750. Alright. A little bit of a nicer breakdown here. Alright. Oh my gosh, it exited the full position. I didn't want to get out my full position on AMD. Oh my gosh, that's frustrating. Oh man, I didn't want to get out my full position. I wanted to get out 750 shares. For some reason, I got out of my full position. Green is good, but frustrating. At least I can focus solely on CGC now. But man, I did not want to get out of my full position for AMD. Look at that. Man, beautiful fade. Would have been up a ton. That's unfortunate. Nice, Braxton. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so I haven't been paying as much attention to the stream chat. It's been kind of busy. Trying to focus on as many of these. Like, I'm taking pretty big sizing with some of these. So I'm trying to have the patience needed. But it's fun. So I'm going to keep trading, you know. DKS had a nice fade. But yeah, kind of bummed out. with my AMD move. I was trying to obviously get a little bit more, and I only wanted to sell half of my position, and it sold the full one for some reason. Probably a mental error on my part. It is what it is. But beautiful fade. Look at that on AMD. I was right about it too, man. Beautiful fade. Unfortunate. I mean, it brought my account into the green, and so I'll take it, but man, would have been a huge winner there. My entry's 13 with CGC. It's been a fun day, regardless of what happens. Yeah, man, it's rough to watch it break down afterwards. That's the hardest thing, but it is what it is. I mean, I gotta be happy it was a winning trade. I can't dwell on that aspect of it, but it's frustrating to see it break down afterwards. At the same time, my trade idea was correct, so like I can't beat myself up too much over it. Both of these last few trade ideas were correct. Let me see what I'm at. 1300. All right. See if we get a little bit better breakdown at CGC. I'm going to go for the bigger gain with CGC. And I'm just going to give it some time to work here. AMD's popping back here, which doesn't look bad. It just depends on what the SPY does right now. You know, if the SPY breaks highs, it could get worse. I don't mind the move on AMD, though, adding maybe some size back. Could be fun. I'm going to add maybe 500 shares back on AMD and then try to scale back into it. And with 500 shares on AMD now, still going to watch CGC. Maybe add some size back to it. We'll see. Maybe I'm letting my emotions get the best of me for AMD, though. We'll see what happens. I'll give some time. If it really breaks down, that's great. If not, it's 500 shares. See if we get that really nice breakdown for CGC is what we're going to shoot for here. There's 10s, 9s. I would love a really, really flush breakdown. Would be lovely for CGC. We'll see if we get it. If not, AMD, I'm kind of torn on whether I like this trade on AMD, but see if we get that flush breakdown for CGC. I'm giving it time here. It's going to be a little frustrating if it squeezes up for CGC, but I'm going to give it some time to work. With AMD, I don't hate it for AMD. I could use, I could really use this 85 as my risk for AMD. So, like, I don't mind kind of taking a little swing on AMD. What's my average? My average on AMD is 68. It's at 75. Yeah, I got to be careful here with both of these. I may squeeze up too soon. CGC is the one I got to be a little bit more careful with, but or AMD, I mean. He says AMD breaks 86. I gotta jump out of that one. Alright, CGC squeezing. CGC, I'm thinking about adding 700, and like I said, I'm going to maintain that 50 risk. Alright, so I'm in with 2,000 shares of CGC. Probably be my largest position of the day here. AMD's a little bit better here. I really like the rejection on CGC. We'll just see if it holds now. My entry is 68, or no, my entry is 20, so not bad. Or no, it's 15, sorry. I really like that double top on AMD right now. It's just about how well I can manage these two. Really liking the flush breakdown on AMD. Really liking that move. CGC is the one I gotta be careful with though. Alright, we might get a squeeze here for CGC. Gotta be careful. Kron too, man. If Kron pulls back to the VWAP, I want to take it. My sizing's just so big in these, I'm just not going to take another trade at right now. It's just too much at once. I gotta kind of try to manage these the best I can. Right, we got a little bit of a squeeze up for CGC. I'd like to add to AMD here, but I don't want to switch over to away from CGC just because my sizing is so big in this one. I mean, I like all the resistance above it here for CGC. I do like that. I feel a little bit better about it now. AMD. Let me add 500 shares to AMD. Let me switch back over to CGC. There we go. Much better. Nice breakdown on AMD. Squeeze up for AMD or for CGC. I gotta be careful here. Squeeze up to 30s. Definitely the biggest position I've taken today for CGC, and I don't mind, you know, continuing to hold it in anticipation of a possible rejection, but here's AMD's breaking down nicely for me at least. There's 31. Gotta be very careful and just exit this one if it goes any more against me. And add maybe a little bit more to it, but then once I add any more to it, I'm starting to get pretty risky with it. My whole goal is to add to it up to $50 here. A little bit better of a flush. I like AMD though. Just hard to slowly scale out some more of AMD. There we go. CGC. Alright, CGC's back down to 22. I'm glad I didn't get out of it. So I'm still pretty close to, let's see, my total 15 is my risk. A little bit better. What's Soli doing? There we go. I'm definitely liking CGC a little bit more now. 17s, 15s. I'm going to take some of my size and risk off here for CGC just because I'm actually green now, and I think that was maybe a little bit too big of sizing, and I can let the rest work. AMD's breaking down beautifully here. Tried to stay patient with CGC. I like this one now, though. I think it's got some room. It's just about what we're going to get with it at this point, if it can maintain under that level. AMD's breaking down beautifully for me here, though. I might take the rest off. All right, there's 56. I'm going to go ahead and get out of AMD. Nice little trade there. Alright, so still holding CGC. Currently up about 200 on the day here. We'll see what this last CGC trade can give me. I got 1,500 shares of this one. My commissions are going to be pretty high today, though. That's the only problem. Sorry, my son's yelling right now. Alright, we're down to 14s for CGC. I would love a breakdown, and I'm going to give CGC that chance to break down. There's 12s. I'm going to give it that chance to break down. I'm looking for a little bit larger gain here for this one. So ideally, I'd like to see it break under 43 is really what I'm kind of shooting for here. I'd love a break under 43. I'll give it that shot. This is the competition account, Braxton. So the goal for the competition is we have 2 weeks to make as much as possible. And so, yeah, I'm definitely trading a little bit more often and a little bit more active than I typically do. But, yeah, this is a competition account. And so it's a little bit different than like a live account. I wouldn't trade like this on a live account. I'll put it that way. I'm just trying to make as much as I can as fast as I can. And so, yeah, that's all I'm doing right now. Oh, wait, Kiro, is this coffee for me? Kiro. Sorry, my wife made me a coffee, I think. Not bad. Alright, so we're up to 20 now. Getting a little bit of a squeeze up. I still like the breakdown chances here for CGC, but I gotta, you know, I gotta protect myself some here. I don't want to get scared out of the trade a little early. I could add my sizing back, but I don't know. The AMD trade really worked out for that double top fade. I'm happy with that one. What's everybody else looking at right now? Chat's kind of quiet. I mean, I was really hoping we get that really nice breakdown flush on 43. I could look at Kron here. I don't hate Kron. Looks like a good fade. You could even use that 28 level as your risk. So my risk is like 15 cents for Kron. Let's check it out. Let's play. Let's mess with that one some too. A little bit better one for Kron. I'm in Kron with 500 shares. What is it? CGC. Alright. Like I said, my risk in Kron is like 27 or so. Really reasonable risk. My reward target's down at like 15. So, got about 2 to 1 in there. A little bit better. There we go. A little bit better for CGC. Let's see if we can actually get that flush that I'm really looking for here, guys. I really want to see a flush down. Like, specifically, like, under 10. Alright, I'll take a little bit off there. Alright, I got 1,000 left of CGC. 7.6. Looking a little bit better. See if we get that really big flush is what I'm looking for now under CGC. And my Kron trade is working out nicely here. Alright, just took another half off of CGC. Got 500 left. Currently up about 360 on the day for my second day. I know it's small potatoes in the grand scheme of the competition. But, I'm still alright. I'm still in this thing. So, we got another day tomorrow in trading. Fun little day. Probably racked up some commissions, but hey, I'll take it. I'm going to let CGC try to break under. I got 500 in both of these, in Kron and CGC. So I'm going to let CGC try here. If it could really break down to 50, it would be ideal. Make a little, you know, decent gain on CGC here with this 500 shares. Ideally. There's 10s. Let's see if we get that break under the $0.50. Yeah, sometimes it'll do that, Todd. I see that happen sometimes. Usually it's just the platform correcting itself. Alright, there we go. CGC. I'm going to let these last little 500 shares work. We're also getting AMD's breakdown here. Unfortunate rebound there for CGC. I mean, I'll let it test, and I really don't mind adding to it if it pulls back to the view up here, like I've been doing. We'll give it some time. I'm trying to give it its chance. Like I said, goal is about 42.60 here. Is kind of the ideal goal for CGC. Yeah, what's up, Sheep? What's up, brother? There's 95. Now it's like, do I want to take off 250 shares? I could. Alright, I just got 250 left of of CGC. And I can also let my cron trade here work. Nice little breakdown on cron. Fades are working today, for sure. Alright, so we're getting a little bit of a rebound here for CGC. In what way is it a scam, crafting? Explain it. Like, what way do you think it's a scam? Getting a push up here. I might just exit this last little bit on CGC and be done. I don't want to test the whole $1.43, really. CGC looks a little bit better. There we go. There's 92s. We'll see if we can get down to 60 is really what I'm looking for. I mean, listen, man. Most overseas brokers are all kind of the same. The big thing you got to understand here is that, like, if TradeNet pays out, they're not a scam. You know, you're going to have other people calling them a scam because they work for other brokers. Like, most of the people that made videos calling TradeNet a scam are posting affiliate links for, like, Speed Trader and Guy Gentile and Sure Trader. And so it's like, you know, most of the people doing that have their own kind of desire from that, and they're being coached into doing that mostly through, like I said, Speed Trader and Sure Trader. If TradeNet pays people when they make money, then they're not a scam. And I've never heard of anybody not receiving their money. You know, I think trading makes people emotional, and so it's easy to kind of blame the broker when you lose an account. I think accounts are lost easily in trading, and it's the easiest thing to do is just to kind of blame the broker when you lose. And I think that's very common. And I think that happens with TradeNet. But the big thing is that TradeNet gives you, I think, if you think about it, like if TradeNet makes their money, I don't know if they do or not, but even if they did make their money from traders losing, as long as they pay the traders that are actually winning, they're not a scam. You know, it's a pretty safe bet to take the opposing side of a trader's trades, especially a new trader when they first get started. Sure Trader does the same thing. All right, I'm out of CGC. I got out. It squeezed up too quick. Sure Trader does the same thing, and that's why they have so many shorts available. That's why why do you think Sure Trader has so many shorts? Do you think they're just nicer than all the other brokers? No. Like, Sure Trader takes the opposing side of your trade. That's why they have shorts. They literally make a market for your shorts. And so most brokers do all of this. It's not just TradeNet, and most brokers do. TradeNet just has a little bit better fee structure, I think. It's cheaper to go the TradeNet route. Commissions are cheaper. Commissions are cheaper, and the platform is cheaper. You get more buying power. You can actually short IPOs. And like I said, as long as they pay out, then they're not a scam, you know. Again, the people that are making these videos criticizing them are the people that have in the past, like I said, are typically working with the other brokers, you know. And that in and of itself is a conflict of interest, you know. Right. Right. I mean, most traders are going to lose their first account no matter what. You know, regardless of what broker they use. Most traders are going to lose their first account anyway. And so it's just about trying to find the cheapest route in order to really extend your learning time, you know. Because, I mean, again, in the end, most new traders are going to lose their first account. And if TradeNet pays out, they pay out. That's all I can really say. But, I mean, yeah, do your research. Maybe I'm biased because I post links for them. Who knows? Yes. Yes, you do. You have to send them your ID when you sign up. And I'm trying to give Kron a little bit of time to break down. And listen, like, I can vouch for TradeNet. Like, what I think TradeNet is really good for is using small size when you first got started. You know, like, listen, when I first got started on TradeNet, I lost my first 2 accounts. I did. I lost my first 2 accounts. I streamed it all live, too. But eventually, I started getting the hang of it. And I started learning about these little nuances in the market that were profitable if I approached them correctly. And so I actually started making it work. And the positive thing about TradeNet is that the commissions are ridiculously cheap. The commissions are cheap. You know, I could buy 100 shares on TradeNet and my commission is $3, right around $3 for a complete round trip. That edge alone is ridiculously huge because I can trade small and extend my time in the market as a new trader. As a new trader, I can trade. I remember my second TradeNet account, or maybe it was my first. I extended that first or second TradeNet account like 8 months. I traded with that first account. 8 months is what I did with that first account. And that alone gave me a huge edge in market experience. Just me being able to trade on the same account for 8 months with small sizing made my edge in the market way bigger than it would have been if I would have gone a regular route. Because a regular route, you have to take big size because the commissions are so high. And now finally, where I'm at now, I'm actually profitable. You know, I'm up to, you know, what is this? My 13th green day in a row, and I all streamed it completely live. I streamed everything live. I can't fake anything if I wanted to because I do it all live. And that was a benefit of TradeNet because I was able to trade for a decent period of time. I was able to extend my first account long enough to actually gain that necessary market experience. And without that, you know, I would have lost my account a long time ago and maybe gave up trading. And so it's like, yeah, maybe I'm biased because I post links, but I actually think TradeNet has a huge advantage for new traders. You know, I honestly do. I don't think anywhere else in the trading world can you pay such a small amount of money, get so much buying power, actually be able to short if you want to, and just overall be able to, you know, trade with decent size with no PDT rule. I don't think anywhere else in the trading world can you actually do that. And so I think there's huge benefits to TradeNet. But again, maybe I'm biased. All right, I'm going to take half off here and just try to let this last little 250 shares work. Probably set a stop loss and close it down. Go ahead and close the stream down after that. Not a bad day. I'm up around $440, $450 or so. Not a bad day. But yeah, I mean, that's my second day. I mean, I know I'm probably not competing with everyone else in the competition, but I still got what, 8 days left? So it'll be fun. My account that I'm using now isn't paper, like my live account. This is paper, you know, but my regular account isn't. I'm choking on pistachios. I should have held CGC. It looks like I should have held a CGC. It looks like. Yeah, and if you're interested in using TradeNet, like I said, maybe I'm biased, but if you want to help support the channel and you're already about to sign up for TradeNet, there's the link in the chat right there. You can go check them out. Like I said, maybe I'm biased, but the intro account comes with like 14,000 in buying power. You can actually short, and there's no PDT rule. I don't think anywhere else in the trading world can you actually find that. And so you want to help support the channel, go check out that link. But again, maybe I'm biased. Do your own research. And yeah, like right now in my live account, I'm actually up like $130. And so we'll try to do a test withdrawal, and I can walk you guys through that process as well, that withdrawal process. Look at Soli drop. Look at Soli break the low of the day. I mean, that's an unfair bet, Scrap. Pistachios. I think it's like 350, Wolf. Cron ended up working out, man. Fades have been working fairly well in this market. AMD's been like a money machine today. Let's see. This is my day so far, guys. Not a bad day, all things considered. Like, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out of 7 trades, 5 of them were profitable today. I'll take that. I'll take that accuracy any day. Not bad risk reward. Not great necessarily. Probably about 1-to-1. Break it even here. But I'll take it. You know. SPY pulling back some too. How'd everybody else do today? My 2 losing stocks were SOLY and DKS. Man, if it wasn't for that dumb trade on SOLY, I'd be up like $500. But not a bad day, too, in the competition. I'll take it, for sure. You know? It is what it is. Biggest thing is that I can do it all live and let people kind of learn from it. ELTK isn't tradable for us, though, is it, Scott? Yeah, I don't think it was tradable. All right, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and hang it up. If you want to go check out trade ideas, if you like these scanners that I'm using, and you want to use the same scanners, these scanners right here, it really makes my morning super easy. SOLY was alerted on this before it broke out in a huge way yesterday. And so Trade Ideas has some decent scanners, super dynamic, customizable, allows you to do a lot of different stuff with them. And so if you're interested in checking out Trade Ideas, same scanners that I use to trade with every day, go check out that link in the chat. Great way to help support the channel as well. Yeah, guys, join our public Discord. You know, Mitch and I day trade live on stream every weekday. You know, we do this all live. Like I said, we can't hide anything if we wanted to. I can't fake anything if I wanted to. And I think we're really the only people in the trading world that actually do it like this. Where you can see my account balance, you can see my profit and loss, you can see everything. And I'm not hiding anything. And I think we're the only people in the trading world that actually do this. And so hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you want to follow along with us, go check out our public Discord channel here as well. If you want to join, we're trying to create a free day trading chat room. Let me see how many people we got in here. We need 15 more people, and we got over 400 in our public Discord. Also, guys, let me see what my channel is at. I'm almost to 12,000 subscribers. I'm at 11,999 subscribers, guys. Somebody hit that subscribe button. Bring me up to over 12,000. Bring me up to over 12,000. Hit that subscribe button. We do this live every single weekday. We day trade live on stream. We let you see everything. We let you see our account balance, everything. We're not hiding anything. And again, I'm on like a 12-day green streak right now. Maybe it's 13 after today. I'm on like a 12 or 13-day green streak. All streamed. And if I didn't stream it, I recorded it, showed my trade log and everything like that. And so hit that subscribe button. Help me break 12,000. And yeah, have a good day, guys. Let me see. I'm one away. I'm at 11,999 subscribers. Help me break 12K. Alright, well, like I said, I'm going to set a stop loss for this one. Probably at 27 is what my stop loss is going to be for Kron. And then I'm going to walk away. Am I over 12,000 yet? Come on. No, somebody hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Oh well. I'll break it today, I'm sure. But yeah, good luck, guys. We'll see you all a little bit later. Have a good day. Hope everyone did well. Like I said, I'm up about $450 today. After commissions, I'm guessing it's like 300. But I'll take it for sure. Hey, we got that subscribe. Appreciate it, Jeff. Shout out to Jeff. Let's see if he's my 12,000th subscriber. He is, man. Hey, brother. Appreciate it, Jeff. You're my 12,000th subscriber. Hey, brother. When I make t-shirts, I'll send you one. You're my 12,000th. I don't know why I can't pronounce 12,000th. It's just a tongue twister. But yeah, appreciate the sub, brother. Welcome, man. But yeah, good luck, guys. We'll see you all tomorrow. Good luck in the competition. I should have a few recap videos posted today. So should Mitch as well. And yeah, honestly, not a bad start. You know, I'm up in gross profits. I'm up about $550 in the last 2 days. Not anything necessarily competible with the rest of these traders in the competition, but green is good. Around $500 in gains. I'll take it. And yeah, have a good day, guys. We'll see you all a little bit later.